So at what point did you start working on the second album?
Uh, in between the albums, you have RZA dropping on Cuban Link and Genius and Dirty's record came out, yada 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 yada. And then we started working on a new record, probably like in '97, about 96, 97. Stayed in LA for like about 8 months. We put that Forever album together.
Going from the first album to the second album, did you put in a lot of work in terms of, okay, like, I'm really going to do my thing on the second album?
Nah, I was prepared, man, because in between, waiting for records, I was just sitting there just waiting while everybody was doing they solo records. So I had a lot of rhymes, man. I had a lot of things to say.
Okay.
While everybody was getting rid of their stuff, I was like collecting all my stuff.
Okay, so you had all your rhymes already written down, ready to go.
No, not all of them written down. I had a lot of things to say. I had a lot of things. I had things written down. A lot of stuff didn't even make it on 36. I mean, on Forever. So I had to somehow or another just see what fits, see what didn't fit, and just constantly working. You know.
Why did you guys decide to do a double album?
I don't know. You need to ask Steve Rifkin that shit. How about that fly shit?
Okay.
Ask him why he wanted to do a double album, being that he think he knows so fucking much.
Well, I think during that time though, this was kind of like the age. It was like this era in hip hop where a lot of people were doing double albums.
Yeah, no, we was like the first ones to do that though. We was like one of the first team to do it.
Okay, because I remember right around the same time, I think All Eyes on Me came out, double album. I think like Bone Thugs and Harmony dropped a double album. I may be off by a couple of years, but it was kind of like this kind of time.
It's a double era. It was a double album era.
The double album era, exactly. And you actually was it the only solo song on that album?
Yeah, I had a little soul joint, Black Shampoo, one of my favorite joints.
Exactly.
It was too much. I told Riz, I said, man, it's nothing but hardcore shit. I said, Dad, we ain't got nothing for the fucking girls on here, babe.
Right.
Like Jesus fucking Christ. I don't want a sausage fest. I want to see some titties too. But it is what it is.
I mean, the first song was Triumph, the first single.
Yeah.
Was Triumph.
Brett Ratner video, yeah, yada yada.
Right, so Brett Ratner does the video, and it was like $1 million budget or something like that?
That's what I was told.
Okay. I mean, how excited were you to do something like that? I mean, to go from, more of the grimy videos on your first album to suddenly you got this big director, big budget, and so forth.
Yeah, you know what it was, man. It's an adjustment, man. At the time it was cool, it was exciting. We was doing our thing, and we one of the biggest rap groups in the world. So it is what it was. It was a cool time.
I mean, when you put together Triumph, did you know how big it was going to be?
Nah, not really. I don't know why people even ask us that. How big it's going to be. You never know how big it's going to be until you're in there, man. you keep asking me this. Did you know how big you was going to be, motherfucker? Huh? Did you? No, and until you did the damn shit, didn't you? All right.
Well, I mean, sometimes though, you talk to certain artists and they're like, yeah, when I recorded this, I knew it was going to be a hit.
Nah, that's some bullshit. I don't. That's them dudes sucking their own fucking dick. I don't want to hear that sucker shit, man.
I remember reading a Michael Jackson interview, and they asked him, did he think that Thriller was going to be as big as it was? And he said, "Yep, I absolutely knew it was going to be as big as it was."
Well, that's Michael. Michael is a different fucking caliber of fucking artist. He'd been in the game since he was about 8, 9 years old. He done sold 300 million motherfucking goddamn records. So, of course, if he got all the best producers and all the best people around him and the best budgets and the best shit come on. If you had all the best around you, yeah, you can be like, yeah, I got this this is a slam dunk. This is Dunkenstein. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but look at Wu Tang though. Look at what Wu Tang had, in terms of the team.
You still be like, you still had a little, you don't know shit, because you see the props, you see the stage props, and you seen certain things and certain things you saw, and just like you didn't know, but I know the song was powerful. You know what I mean? So we just worked it in the right direction, and it came out a classic. It came out cool, man.
Well, I remember I interviewed this hip hop artist from the UK named Akala.
Akawa?
Akala.
Akala, okay.
AKALA. He's one of the the big artists out there, and he was telling me how in the UK, American hip hop was something that was kind of, certain people liked it, but he said that when Wu Tang's second album dropped, that's when everything changed over there.
When I was about 13, this time Wu Tang Forever was in the UK, because I know that album wasn't that hugely as well received here as 36 Chambers, but in the UK, that was the album that everyone loved from the Wu. It was the first rap album to go #1 in the UK. So during that era, I used to rap exactly like RZA. Like I used to do the slurred words, everything. Like it was quite perfect.
Well, I'm glad he told me that. See, you know how it is. You do the art, but you don't know the effect that your art has on people. You know, and I'm humble like that. I don't care how big I get or whatever I do in life or whatever I achieve. I'm just gonna remain humble, man. You know, from all the things I've been through, I can't get overexcited over about nothing I do. I just put my heart and soul in everything I do, though. But for me to say that, I'm gonna be, or it's gonna be, nah, I can't do that. You know, I don't do it like that. I don't work like that.
I mean, were you guys touring internationally on the first album, or that kind of started the second album?
Yeah. We was out in Europe for the first album. We've been out in Europe since day one. You know, we always was out in Europe. You know, we was in Japan, Europe. You know, we've been all over the damn planet, man. Canada. You know, except we ain't been to Africa yet, though. We ain't been to Africa. That shit kind of pisses me off because our fee is too high. And I keep telling brothers we need to just lower our feet just to go out there, just to, you know, get out there and see our fans, you know?
Like, what countries do you think had the biggest reaction, you know, when you guys started the tour?
Biggest reaction? They all big, man. You know, I ain't seen nobody jump through the whole arena, you know? I ain't see it's the same, you know, same thing everywhere, man. But it gotta be the UK. UK is definitely, how can I say, the less shy when it comes to actually having fun. You know, they literally have fun. They camp out in these festivals for days upon time, and they throw barbecues. They have food, and girls is running around with titties out and throwing streamers from the crowd, and you know, it could be raining. I mean, coming down, torrential rain coming down, and they still will be out there in drones having a fucking good time. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't see that in the U.S. like that. You know, we kind of spoiled over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, obviously U.S. artists have always toured overseas, but yeah. I felt like Wu Tang had this kind of overseas connection that you don't see with a lot of U.S. groups.
Yeah, I guess because we've been out there since day one. You know, we was out there day one when our first album dropped. We was out there touring, doing promotional tour. We must have did promo tour every goddamn way on the planet, man. I mean, like seriously, we did some serious promo with RCA when our first record dropped, man, and it was like a lot of work, man. A lot of work went into that. You know, a lot of kissing hands and shaking babies, and you know what I mean.
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
You know what I mean.
I love it.